At 5 p.m. local time in Damascus, Syria, 6 GPS-guided munitions separate from an aircraft that doesn't officially exist on any radar. They're targeting a building flying a diplomatic flag, the Iranian consulate. And in the next 45 seconds, 7 of Iran's most senior military commanders will be erased from existence, and the entire Middle East will be dragged to the edge of a full-scale regional war. This isn't the first time Israel has reached across borders to kill Iranian leaders. November 2020, nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh gunned down by a remote-controlled machine gun mounted inside a parked Nissan on a Tehran highway. January 2024, Razi Mousavi, a senior IRGC advisor, killed by an Israeli airstrike in Damascus. But on April 1st, 2024, Israel is hunting its biggest target yet, Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zahedi, the Quds Force's shadow commander for Lebanon and Syria. He coordinates Hezbollah's weapons pipeline. He signs off on rocket attacks. He operates from behind diplomatic cover, believing he's untouchable. This isn't a strike on a remote weapons depot or a convoy in the desert, because today's target? He's inside a sovereign diplomatic compound in the capital of another country, surrounded by residential buildings and shielded by every international law on the books. Israel is about to bomb an embassy. Inside the consulate annex in Damascus's upscale Medzeh neighborhood, General Zahedi is sitting down with 6 senior IRGC officers. His deputy, Brigadier General Mohammad Hadi Haji Rahimi, is beside him. They're reviewing operational plans, pouring tea, talking logistics. No alarms, no warning, no indication that an F-35I Adir has been circling overhead for the last 20 minutes. Zahedi has about 90 seconds before every wall around him turns to dust. The F-35I Adir, Israel's customized stealth fighter, the most advanced variant on Earth, is already in position. The weapons bay opens. 6 Joint Direct Attack munitions release. Fins adjust. GPS locks. There's no turning back. The bombs drop. Each bomb is falling at over 900 kilometers per hour. Satellite corrected. Impact accuracy within 3 meters. Each JDAM guidance kit, $25,000. The F-35I carrying them, $110 million per airframe. Fuel, intelligence, satellite time, mission planning. Classified, but estimated in the tens of millions. The target? A single 90-minute meeting it took Israeli intelligence years to locate and seconds to destroy. The consulate annex doesn't just take damage, it pancakes. 5 stories compressed into rubble. General Zahedi, gone. His deputy, Haji Rahimi, gone. 5 other IRGC officers, gone. 7 senior commanders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, killed in 6 seconds on what Iran considers sovereign territory. But this wasn't the end. The world holds its breath. Iran's supreme leader calls it a strike on Iranian soil. The IRGC vows decisive retaliation. The question isn't if, it's how big. April 13th, 2024, 9 p.m. Iran launches Operation True Promise, not through proxies, not through deniable channels, directly from Iranian soil. 170 Shahed 136 one-way attack drones, 36 cruise missiles, more than 120 ballistic missiles, over 330 projectiles, aimed at one country the size of New Jersey. They're coming from the east, the north, and the south. Some launched from Yemen by the Houthis, some from Iraq by Iranian-backed militias, most from Iran itself. Splitting across 3 approach vectors. Staggered launch times, designed so everything arrives at once. Now, Israel isn't hunting, it's surviving. The drones launch first, slow, 185 kilometers per hour. Cheap, expendable. They'll take 9 hours to reach Israeli airspace. But the ballistic missiles? 12 minutes. Flight time. Iran is using the drones as chaff, trying to overwhelm Israeli sensors so the ballistic missiles slip through. Everything is designed to hit at the same time. Arrow 3 fires from the Negev desert. Exo-atmospheric interceptors designed to kill ballistic missiles in space, above the atmosphere, before they begin their terminal dive. Arrow 2 backs it up, catching anything that leaks through in the upper atmosphere. David's sling covers the mid-layer, cruise missiles and advanced drones. Iron Dome handles the rest. 2 U.S. Navy Arleigh Burke-class destroyers in the Eastern Mediterranean fire SM-3 interceptors, the most expensive anti-missile rounds on Earth. Royal Air Force Typhoons scramble from RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus, shooting down drones over Jordanian airspace. French Rafales engage over western Iraq. Jordan activates its own air defense network, intercepting Iranian drones crossing its territory. 5 nations, 4 defensive layers, 330 targets. One night. Arrow 3 interceptor, $3.5 million each. David's sling, $1 million each. SM-3 Block 2, $28 million per shot. Total estimated defensive cost, over $1.35 billion. Against a swarm of Shahed drones that cost $20,000 apiece. It's like trying to swat 300 bullets out of the air, using diamonds. Every interception is a financial win for Iran, and a financial hemorrhage for the coalition. But missing even one ballistic missile means casualties. So the math is brutal, and the answer is, keep shooting. The final wave, Iranian Ahmad and Ghadir ballistic missiles, re-enters the atmosphere over Israel. Mach 8. Superheated plasma around the warheads. 12 seconds to impact. The Arrow system fires. One last salvo. By 2 a.m. on April 14th, Israel and its coalition partners had intercepted 99% of everything Iran launched. 0 fatalities. 1 ballistic missile reached Nevatim Air Base. Minor damage to a taxiway. Runway operational by sunrise. A 7-year-old Bedouin girl was the only injury. Hit by falling interceptor debris. 330 projectiles. And Iran's largest direct military operation in decades. Changed nothing on the ground. Iran fired everything it had, and the sky swallowed it whole. But Israel wasn't finished. July 31st. Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas and Iran's most important Palestinian ally, assassinated in an IRGC guest house in central Tehran. A bomb planted months earlier inside the building, while he was attending the inauguration of Iran's new president. September 27th, Hassan Nasrallah, Hezbollah's Secretary General and Iran's most powerful proxy leader for 32 years, killed by Israeli bunker-buster bombs in southern Beirut. Alongside him, IRGC Deputy Commander Abbas Nilfarushan. Iran's shadow network dismantled one leader at a time. It all traces back to 5 p.m. on April 1st in Damascus. 6 bombs, 90 seconds, 7 commanders. That single decision, to strike a diplomatic building in broad daylight, set off a chain reaction that reshaped the entire Middle East. Iran retaliated with everything in its arsenal. Israel spent $1.35 billion making sure it didn't matter, and then kept killing. Now we know. The strikes worked. The message was received, and the math never changed. Because when $20,000 drones meet $3.5 million interceptors, the country that can afford to keep shooting and keep hunting wins. If you found this breakdown fascinating, watch our next video, where Israel dismantled Hezbollah's entire leadership chain in just 72 hours, before Iran could even pick up the phone to respond.